Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. As you can see, we are currently in a bit of an idle animation as I have been fumbling my way around with OBS, trying to, as always, make things better and oftentimes just sort out problems that I don't quite know how to fix. But I'm doing my best. It helps if I turn my desktop audio off so that we're not hearing weird reverberations. So, give it a second to load here. We are back in here now. So we have completed all of the shrines. We have done our due diligence there, and now we have a quest. So we have an actual... Getting sluggish here. We have an actual quest marker now. We need to head to the Shrine of the Crusader. That is where we will begin. So I think, yeah, see I have a thing placed here, so I'm going to remove that. I removed it, I guess it's just still, okay, it's been removed. So we are going to head off in this direction now. See if we can find the lost shrine. And it's running a little sluggish today. Hopefully once we get going here it'll settle down. It was running really well last time. Just a little sluggish, but kind of the normal, you know, Oblivion sluggishness. This place is, or if it's something I discovered last time. It looks like the kind of place we probably want to avoid for a little bit. We do need to find a bed at some point soon and level up, but we'll get there when we get there. Cannot go that way, turn back. There's a deer. It is running really sluggish right now. Really sluggish. I'm going to keep messing around with it. I mean, I've done, I think, everything I can realistically do. See, that it's stuttering way worse now than it was last time. This is getting almost unplayable. So if I stop moving, everything is okay. I just need to give it a bit of time kind of load in the world, but yeah, like it was running pretty well last time, but now it's getting almost unplayable here. Yeah, see, it's still doing it. We've got an enemy now. Crab who wants to die. Hi, crab. Yeah, this is horrible. I may need to mess around with the graphics some more, but like at this point, yeah, if it's gonna be like this, I'm not gonna make it an hour, I can tell you that. Hopefully that audio is not echoing in the video. It's sounding really, really echoey for me. My mic isn't, but the gameplay audio is echoing. I don't know, you know, I was feeling really positive about this game the last time, but now, I mean, it's so stuttery. Like, I'm definitely have lost all my confidence. Wonder if... So one thing I did do last time... I'm not going to adjust the graphics really, because I'm told it doesn't like that. I wonder if I turn my field of view down just a little bit. If that impacts it at all. Because I had turned the field of view up a little bit. And that seems like a weird thing to have that kind of an effect, but just a little bit, you know, a few degrees in either direction, and it's that much more that the computer has to load. I mean, this feels like it's running a lot smoother already just by turning the field of view down a little bit. I guess you wouldn't think of it, but I mean, it's that much more, right? It's that many more leaves, that much more landscape. Hey, you're dead and I didn't kill you. That's weird. Did you get, like, attacked by a wolf? And you both died? Or were there, must have been multiple wolves maybe? I don't know. Yeah, just, like, so far now it seems to be running... I'm still a little choppy, but smoother than it was. How come they're always wolves? Why can they never be just like a friendly dog that wants a pat? It's always a mean dog who wants an axe to its face. Yeah, it does seem overall to be running smoother now that I turned the field of view down a little bit. Sometimes it's weird, like sometimes just a little thing like that can completely break a game. Oh, a bear. Oh no, it's a rat. Just a big rat. I thought it was a young black bear. I've been, if you're hearing an echo, I'm definitely hearing an echo from the game sounds, but not from me speaking into the mic. I have had nothing but trouble with OBS. Like, I just barely got it figured out and everything was working right. And then it's like none of my settings changed, but just like everything fell apart and it just wouldn't record. I tried to record a video of a game called The Deed, which is a pretty neat game, and it just like the audio was an absolute mess. Like it was terrible, which was really disappointing because it was kind of fun as a first playthrough. And I don't know, so any echoing that you're hearing is not Elder Scrolls. It's something to do with my OBS. So I'll keep working on it and seeing if I can figure it out, but yeah, it's getting stuttery. I'm guessing, so as we progress this quest, a lot of the Knights of the Nine quest is going to be like interior, like dungeons and stuff like that. I'm guessing the game will run a lot more smoothly. I'm interested to see, though, after doing this quest and going off to do the main storyline, because that's about 50-50. Some of it, takes place inside the gates of Oblivion when you're going to close the gates, and it's not that big of a world. But like, there's at one point there's like a whole battle. Kind of like of course there's the cliche Braveheart scene that would have, quite frankly, wasn't cliche yet at the time that Oblivion came out, but where you have the leader walking back and forth in front of the troops, basically telling them that it's better to die here today than, to live enslaved to evil and stuff like that. There's a shrine over there, but it's not where it seems to be leading me. And I bet that is going to be really sluggish. So, I mean, it definitely looks awesome. But I think Bethesda, it seems like, so there was a thing called Skyblivion, and I think it still exists, but it was a massive attempt by fans to create Oblivion with the Skyrim engine. And then it's like right as they were finishing, Bethesda dropped this remastered, which had been basically unannounced, and just completely invalidated their entire project. But I'm betting, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they're still working on it. I should look into that. I'm betting Skyblivion would probably run a lot better and would have probably similar graphics, right? It would be, because I can run Skyrim maxed out on my computer, and this, I'm running it like the mid to low settings on everything, and like just can't, like it's struggling. So I think Bethesda really meant well here, and they really were trying to give the fans something absolutely incredible, and in a sense they did, but they did it in a way that nobody can play. And I guess I've said many times, my computer's pretty beefy. I can run Skyrim full graphics. I've never had a problem. I ran Mass Effect Andromeda full graphics, which is not a super graphic intensive game by today's standards, but I mean, like when it came out, it was pretty. Like I bought the computer I have now specifically because of Andromeda, which was a way better game than people give it credit for, by the way. But anyway, let me need to get breath here before I die. Yeah, I think Bethesda just, like, they went a bridge too far. I don't remember what it is I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to go, like, inside here? Yeah. Come on. But we'll see. So now we're going inside kind of like a dungeon-y place, so we'll see if it runs smoother when it doesn't have a bunch of leaves and stuff to generate. See if I can turn the game audio has sounded really low to me, so see if I turn that up. If it, uh-oh. Meh. There we go. Hey, what's up, homie? Oh, I didn't mean to wait. What am I trying to do? There we go. So it's definitely running a lot more smoothly in here. I really need to find a place to sleep. There's another skeleton walking around here. Just want to make sure he doesn't come up behind me. There he is. I need to get my apparel fixed also. Something. One thing I'm not good about in Elder Scrolls games in general, that I need to be better about, is like going into town and getting my stuff fixed up. Ow, what is happening? Oh, hey. This way, but there we go. Yeah, so it is running much more smoothly in here. So I think a lot of it probably just has to do with the way it's rendering trees, and especially leaves and grass. It probably takes up tons and tons of processing power. Yeah, I know all my stuff is about to break. I get it. But like, I have nothing. I have no repair hammers. I always think it's interesting. So I get the point of skeletons in the sense of being horror movie monsters, and like, I mean, of course it would be very scary, right? If you're just going about your day and you see a skeleton walking towards you, but like look at him. Like, he has no muscles, he has no sinew, he has no nervous system, like he has nothing. And of course they always explain it as like magic is doing all of that work. But like, I mean, no, it's not. They're just a bunch of bones. Like, you don't see anything holding them together. It's invisible magic, I guess. But like, I don't know. I get really hung up on things that defy logic sometimes. Which is weird. I know, like in my, in my spiritual life, I'm like really super mystical. But then like in my, what did I just pick up this one? In my, like normal life though, like just going about my day, I'm very logical, and I don't like things that, needs a key. I don't like things that just make no sense, like skeletons. There appears to have a pair of centuries ago. Perhaps I can find some clues on his body. Right, There's the key. There's the journal. I've learned the location. Over the helm from the Shrine of the Crusader, I should proceed to the old priory. Okay. What is that red dot? I guess it's that guy over there. I like the feel of this sword. It's swift. Alright, well I can't go that way. I remember like the general plot of this quest, but I don't remember like all of everything and where to go. It's been a long time since I played Oblivion. Try to finish this and then we'll head to the old priory. And once we get there, so the priory is, it's a really cool concept in the sense that it like, it's this old monastery essentially, and it gives you kind of a home base that exists for the rest of the game, even when like you're done with the Knights of the Nine quest. It's still a place you can fast travel to, and you're guaranteed like a safe bed and you know that, like all that kind of stuff. So it's really nice, even kind of beyond. Somebody over this way. Even beyond just its purpose in the storyline. Because you can use it as a base of operations for the rest of Oblivion. You can buy houses in Oblivion and stuff. You can't, it doesn't have the scope of Skyrim. So there's not as much customization. You can customize to some extent. Of course, I'm not sure how it's done in Remastered, but speaking for the old game, you can buy houses, you can customize them a little bit, you can buy furniture sets for them, but it's not not as comprehensive, and there's nothing in the way of building your own house like in the, is it Hearthstone, I think, for Skyrim, that gave the ability to build your own house. Helm of the Crusader. I need to take that, but surely nothing bad will happen when I do. I've recovered the Helm of the Crusader. Wait, does actually nothing bad happen? Oh, I totally assumed something bad was going to happen. This way. Couldn't remember if this sword had any magical effects to it or not that would allow it to. Ghosts are immune to physical damage, but normally, but there are swords, like certain swords and stuff, that can hurt them. But they're like imbued with magic and stuff. I used to hate these places when I was a kid because, I mean, their atmosphere is certainly very creepy, but now as an adult, like, I love them so much. They're so cool. They're so, like, thoroughly Lovecraftian. Location now. I don't remember if that way around was part of the original game or if that's something they did for this. One of the big complaints with Oblivion that they changed in Skyrim is that in Oblivion they would have these big sprawling dungeons, but then once you were done with them you'd have to like backtrack all the way back out, which of course makes sense. In the sense of like a cave will typically not have secret rock passages in it, but of course it can be tedious, especially if it's a long dungeon. So, and there's no like Tome of Town portal like there is in the Diablo games. So when in Skyrim they made it so that like every dungeon has like, come on, get to the surface, there we go, has like a secret way back that you can take, and so I don't remember if that way back was there in the original or if that's something that they added in this remaster. Alright, so for 2 episodes I have just walked across the world. At this point it's getting a little old, so we still can't fast travel here. I don't, yeah, because we haven't found it, but well, I guess there's really not a good place to fast. We can jump here. It's going to save us a little bit of time, but I guess we don't have a ton of fast travel locations near it anyway. But I am going to start using fast travel a little more now, just because we've seen the world, we've seen how the graphics look. I'm ready to like not walk everywhere anymore. So now, I mean, having gone through that dungeon and stuff, now running around here, the game seems to be running more smoothly. I wonder if it, you know, lowering the Inn of Ill Omen. That doesn't sound pleasant. I'm not going to stop for bed. I know I desperately need a bed to level up, but we'll have free bed here soon once we get to this priory. As I was saying, the game does seem to be running overall more smoothly now. I don't know if it needed just some time to warm up, plus maybe changing the field of view a little bit. Things seem to be more textured and stuff now too. Like that rat definitely looked like a rat and not possibly a black bear. So I wonder if maybe like the shaders were still loading and stuff. That would make sense. Maybe next time I'll open the game and I'll let it sit for like 10 minutes or so and then start recording. I'm sure there are alchemists out there screaming at me. I haven't picked up a single plant yet. I've never been... Oh, come on, why is it there? I've never been one to do a lot of alchemy in Elder Scrolls games, or like making of medicine or any of that stuff, any sort of transmutation. I don't know why. I've just never... It's never been part of my playstyle. And there it is. It's been a long time since I've seen the old priory. I've been killing you guys since 1993. Whenever Doom came out, somewhere in there, 93, 94, something like that. So we've discovered the priory. I don't remember if there's any enemies in here, like if we have to take it back or if we just get it now. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen the old priory. Yeah, it looks like it's just empty. It's just ours. I have a bad habit in games of like picking up, or Elder Scrolls games specifically, of picking up every possible book. Send it to level 3. I should actually read up on what skills are best for my playstyle, but those probably help. Send it to level 4. So now, yeah, the whole game is running a lot more smoothly now. Okay, so I'm in the Priory of the Nine. So what do I do? Oh, still holds the cuirass of the Crusader. So I'm looking for a piece of armor. There's a basement entrance, which I think is right here. Yeah. if there are enemies down here. It has like a forge and stuff. I think you can repair your gear. I don't remember. Maybe once we get it going.
Of the Nine, who comes before us upon this sacred ground, seeking the cuirass of the divine crusader? Step forward, adventurer, and face us each in honorable combat. For the vows we failed to revere in life, we shall uphold in death.
Okay.
No unworthy soul shall lay hands upon this sacred artifact without the leave of the Knights of the Nine.
I mean, do we really have to do it this way, though? Like, I mean, I don't mind whooping all of you guys in front of your friends, but, I mean, like, it would be cool if I could just, like, not, though. Who's next?
Sir Gregory, you are defeated. Sir Casimir, step forward.
Oh. You're just gonna punch me in the side of my head? Just cheap shot like that? That's not cool, man. You said honorable combat. Oops.
You have bested Sir Casimir. Face Sir Ralphus.
I'm opening you guys and my armor is broken. I have serious questions about your skills as knights.
Sir Ralphus, you have
If anything,
fallen.
I should be the one
Step back
not
and let
letting
the
you
challenge
guys
continue.
touch any of this stuff.
Henrik, come forward and prove yourself.
Which one is it? This guy. That looks like it hurt.
You have overcome half of us, and yet you remain standing. Perhaps Sir Caius
It should probably
shall
tell
test
you
your
all that you need to know about this situation. Bam. I love how they're ghosts, but they still ragdoll and like go limp, which I get is just a consequence of, you know, they're modeled like any other enemy. They're just made to look like ghosts, but I just think it's funny that like they're ghosts, but they somehow have mass.
Have lost, Sir Chilkin. Sir Torolf, show the challenger the ferocity of the North.
There is, you may be hearing some echo to his voice. There is, I think that's actually the way that their audio is recorded. I'm not really hearing gameplay echo anymore, so hopefully it's not. But their voices are supposed to sound like spooky and from beyond.
You have stood against the Knights of the Nine and lived. However, the final test is upon you.
Yeah, no, I'm not hearing a gameplay echo anymore, so.
And face me!
I'm carrying your sword. Have you been killed enough, my dude? Like, you were the least challenging of any of them.
Sir Knight, in 300 years, none have stood against us and lived. Step forward and claim what is yours by right. May your faith be true.
Maybe there's a little bit of an echo still. By the end of it, you look pretty awesome. I've only got a couple of the things right now, but eventually I'll have like a full armor.
By the Nine, I've not seen such strength. Could you be... No, you cannot. You are simply a noble knight. The original Order of the Nine in life, we failed. One of the mightiest, unfortunately, he and I. You completed the quest that I could not. May your sword strike true.
Greetings, Sir Knight. In death, we continue the... Alas, my old comrade is not among us here.
We do not... We were estranged in life, for my part. I now know that I'm largely... May the Nine guide your way.
I know where you may find the gauntlet, though many know where they are. Would you listen to me? When the... I attempted to... In the brief... A beggar who came... My blood... I left the chapel at once. Ah, yes. Heavy as... You must... Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
So I've got a quest now.
I wish to see you succeed. Do you wish to learn?
Can
I tell you exactly west of the Imperial? Go with virtue.
You have my tributes, but for the first time.
And now, I was error in facing the... I felt the inscript. Below, when you bow, you will see... This is what I have told. If you... May the Nine guide
I've
your
added
way.
that quest.
How may I serve you?
This
Walk
wasn't
with the
gonna be
Nine,
ridiculous.
Sir Knight. If you are true to the... When they, with the help of... I die, I never... It lies in the... Believe it. Go with virtue.
I've added that.
I am at your service. May the Nine guide your way.
Alright, so at this point, we're at about 45 minutes. The game is running much more smoothly. I'm guessing probably a combination of the larger field of view and it seems like changing environments, going from the outside into the dungeon and then back out, that did something, but also it had been about 20 minutes when we get to that point, so probably there was behind the scenes loading, shaders and stuff like that needed to load. So we've finished the first thing here. We've got the priory now that we can use, and the next thing is going to be collecting the elements of the Crusader armor, and along the way we're going to collect some people as well who are going to become members of the Knights of the Nine. So we're going to stop here for now. Hopefully I'm the only one hearing the gameplay audio echo. I'm going to, of course, watch this video back and see, and if there is an echo, I'll keep trying to figure out what's going on. You know, OBS is extremely user-friendly, except that nothing makes any sense and it never really works. But I'll see if I can figure that out, and then we'll go from there. But for now, as I said, this is where we are going to end this video. As always, we're going to save our game. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're having as much fun as I am exploring Cyrodiil once again. It's been a long time. But if not, you know, hopefully you enjoy the Paradox games, and there's always more of those to watch as well. But until next time, as always, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you when I see you.